She took my case, Sona took my case for at least 3-4 days. Randy bhai, Bachung bhai had given up on us because I am a genuine backbencher. When I'm gone, you will understand and you will miss me. Probably the most mischievous boy in the team. So now sits in front and keeps quiet. Man, samosa man would be great. Parathas would be nice. And she just completely ignores me. She's like, Sonam ma'am, can I have a picture with you? Like, you think too big of yourself? You think you're a big celebrity? I'm not too comfortable crying in front of people. Is that you?
That's me. That's me.
Are you allowed in the stadium anymore?
So you mentioned Sandesh, Gurpreet, all the other names. Would you consider them friends outside of the national camp as well?
Yeah, I'm pretty close now.
Yeah.
They were young kids, just newcomers. And now they are... So I think I have earned their trust and they have earned my friendship, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, yes, we talk a lot about not only on the pitch things, but off the pitch also. I'm a fan of both of them. They have a very innate nature of not giving up, which is really sweet. And yeah, those two are probably the ones who I talk to the most and I open up the most.
Yeah.
And even them two are almost 8-10 years younger to me, so yeah.
You made that Instagram post about Sunil Chhetri as well. You've seen all kinds of players, the mad ones, and you used a lot of adjectives. But if there's one person you would pick, it would be Sandesh.
He's crazy, man. He's in his bad form, in his good form, when he's playing good, when he's playing not so good. In his head, he always thinks he's going to win, which is an absolute lovely thing to have. Also because he backs himself with the hard work. You can be delusional and think you're the best and not follow up with the hard work, then you'll just be stupid. But he's somebody who has a very strange confidence in himself and he backs it up with a lot of hard work. Does not mean he succeeds every time. He'll have his bad days, but the confidence and the belief in himself is unparalleled.
Yeah. Chhetri, tell me some of the lighter moments across your career, some of the funniest stories that you encountered, be it in national camps, be it in club camps. There's always that one or two stories which keep getting told again and again and again. वो legendary वाले जो होते हैं, याद है उस समय क्या हुआ था? कुछ है ऐसा?
I think a lot of those stories are from the era when I was a backbencher. It's so strange because I used to look down upon people who sat in front. Because I am a genuine backbencher inside my heart. Right from the school days to when I came to the camp, me, Stephen, Mehraj, Pradeep. Sometimes Samir bhai will come. Pal sometimes will come. But all this batch, our batch, Mangi and all, when we came, we were always on the back seat in the bus and we used to make so much fun of all the seniors. Of course, not crossing the limit of respect.
Yeah.
But now, even the days when I want to, which is seldom again, I don't go back. I'm always the one that I used to make fun of. I'm right at the start, I'm sitting in front, headphones, and I'm in my own world. And Bachchan used to tell me this, that you call me old, this, that. When I'm gone, you will understand and you will miss me. And I messaged him a few months back that I realized what you were trying to tell me, because then there's a gap. There's a gap where you can't just go and talk to anyone about anything, because the anything for you is different from anything what it means to a Mahesh or a Suresh. So yeah, that's on a larger picture what I've figured out is from a proper mischievous, probably the most mischievous boy in the team, to now sits in front and keeps quiet. That's the kind of range I've witnessed in the national team.
Yeah.
But before I became the captain, before all this responsibility came to me, I was the worst one, man. I think me and Stephen were the pranksters, calling names. I think Mahesh bhai and Climax Lawrence were fed up of us, we pulling their legs. Randy bhai, Bachchan bhai had given up on us. We were constantly, troubling them.
Now, I'll come to a segment which I hesitate to call rapid fire because it's the most cliched thing in the world. Rapid fire karte hain. But I do want to throw a few questions at you, Chhetri bhai, and you can reply to them with as much shortness or verbosity as you want. Yeah? Correct? Okay. You've always worn the number 11 jersey throughout your career, right? Do you have an alternate number? If you weren't 11, what would you wear?
I wore 10 at the start. I wore 11. I started wearing 11 in Mohun Bagan because that was the only number that was available. And then I stuck to it.
So it's 10 and 11.
I used to wear 10 when I was in Delhi, playing for school or playing for Delhi State. I wore 10. When I went to Mohun Bagan, I was a rookie. Who would have given me a choice? 10 was Barreto, 15 was Baiching Bhutia, 8 was Renedis Singh, if I'm not wrong, 14 was Bashadev Mandal. I know all the numbers because I was just trying to figure out what number should I take. And thankfully 11 was available. So I took 11.
Okay. Alright. You've already told us about your favorite cheat meal, but is there anything else you want to add apart from chola bhatura?
Man, samosa, man, would be great. Parathas would be nice. One good thing about us footballers is this batch, we will not eat things that we shouldn't eat, but the day we eat, wow, we'll smash it. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked the amount of food and calories we can take in one go. We'll shock you. I mean, if you see me, Gurpreet, Udanta Sandesh, Amrinder eat parathas with just normal gobi की सब्जी या छोले या राजमा
बैठ के पाड़ते हैं ऐसे जो बोलते हैं ना
proper
पाड़ने वाले से
बनाने वाले के हाथ थक जाएंगे.
Okay, what's your favorite thing to do outside of football?
Nowadays I read a lot. Again, a lot of youngsters, they call me old for this, but it's amazing. It's amazing to gather as much knowledge as possible is amazing. It just makes you sharper, and I've realized the power of it now. As when I was younger, I didn't, but I read a lot and I enjoy it. I sleep a lot whenever I get time. I chat a lot, and yeah, I love driving sometimes. Stress buster.
What are you reading right now? Are you reading anything?
I'm reading something on philosophy, and at the same time, I was given a book on leadership. Leaders eat at the last or at the end. Nice book. I try to juggle between two books always. One is going to be a little bit heavy, one a little bit lighter. Yeah. But the new thing that I'm reading about a lot, not only on books but also in internet, is philosophy, and it's amazing. Things that I thought were boring, it's absolute brilliant.
When reading these philosophical books, have you ever observed that यार ये सोच तो मेरे को भी आई हुई है पहले और ये तो वापस बोल रही है?
Yes, and it gives you a lot of answers, because one good thing about philosophy, and you can take any philosopher or any philosophical genre, that it's an open-ended thing. Generally, philosophy will never give you a concrete answer. It's just the way you feel, and the fact that you know that a lot of other people have felt that way about deeper questions of life gives you a sense of being, of belonging, that you know what, it's okay. It's okay that you're feeling like this, because there are a lot of people who have
gone through the same
struggled and wrestled with this feeling, and there isn't any right answer. There are ways you can fall in this or that bracket, but there isn't a definite answer.
Okay, what's the unlikeliest place you've been recognized in your life?
I won't say unlikeliest, but I'll say the place that I don't like to be recognized at all. It is the bathrooms at the airport. Man,
that's awkward.
Again, first of all, I completely enjoy the adulation and the encouragement I get when people recognize me. But that's the one place where I put a mask. I'll probably be a diva and put a glass also inside a bathroom. I do not like to be recognized there because it's very awkward.
Of course.
And I'm not somebody who says no, but a lot of times I've caught myself saying no. Sometimes I've also lied that I'm not him. I've done that with a straight face. I'm very good at straight face.
Right.
When somebody has asked, I was wearing a mask and said, "So you're Sunil Chhetri?" I said, "No." Did someone told you that you look like him? I said, "Many of them." Just walked off.
Have you ever used another name to say?
I just said no and I just walked.
You walked off.
Only when I'm wearing a mask, because then.
It's a bit too much to try and cover if you're not wearing a mask.
And only if I need to. I will never do it when I want to, because that's rude. I always try to be nice, because again I said when people come to me, I know how much courage it takes for them to come to me, and I always try to be nice. Sometimes if I'm wearing a mask and if I can say no, I'm not him, and walk, I just put a straight face. I said no and I just walk.
Brilliant. Yeah, bathroom.
I also use my wife. I don't know if she's going to like this, but when I'm in airports, because I don't go out much, only at airports, and I always will hold her hands. She thinks that I'm lovingly holding it, but I do it because a lot of people hesitate when they see me with my wife. I'm just talking to her, looking at her, and she always tells me stop acting because that's the time when no one comes. So it's a trick that I use when I do not want. After a point, you stop for so many pictures.
Yeah.
Again, people might think that I'm being.
No, I'm sure
snobbish.
people will understand though. No.
I love it. I love the adulation, but sometimes, yes, sometimes I'll just do that and you walk straight. And when I'm with Sonam, a lot of them hesitate to come.
Yeah. What's the last?
I'll tell you a funny one.
Yeah. Keep going. Enjoying
Me and Sonam were walking at the airport, and there was this young girl, and she said, "Excuse me, can I please have a picture?" And I turned, and she was a young girl. I said, "Okay, I'll give it to her." And she comes, and she just completely ignores me. She's like, "Sonam ma'am, can I have a picture with you?" I took the phone, and Sonam couldn't stop laughing. I took the phone, I took the picture, and the girl didn't even thank me. You know, somebody taking pictures, at least thank me. I said, you know, thank. She just she just took the phone and she just walked. And she took my case. Sonam took my case for at least 3-4 days. She's like, you think too big of yourself. You think you're a big celebrity. Not everyone who comes wants a picture with you. And she took my case. But yeah, that was funny.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. When's the last time you laughed so much that it hurt you?
Few days back, man. My wife was on a Instagram marathon after food, and she was seeing some funny things. And my God, people are hilarious, man. Me and her, we couldn't stop, and it's not good for her to laugh that much right now. I had to stop her, but we just went on a spiral laughter. We didn't stop. One meme after, what do you call it? Reel. One reel after reel was funny. And some of the people are so innovative.
Yeah.
They are so innovative on social media, and we couldn't stop for half an hour on the expense of others, making fun of themselves. Me and Sonam, we had a laugh, and for 30 minutes we couldn't stop. You know, you get those laughters that you can't stop.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You couldn't stop. You couldn't stop.
Brilliant stuff. Okay. When's the last time you cried?
I can't remember the exact date, but
Are you a crier?
sometimes I do. But the only person who sees that is me, myself, my wife sometimes. I'm not advertising it, but I'm not too comfortable crying in front of people.
Sure.
But as any other normal human being, I cry. I think the feeling of helplessness or things not going your way sometimes. Generally for a footballer, it comes, the first thing is anger, and then sometimes tears and sadness follows. I love it when I do it alone because it's only me and my sorrows, but my wife has caught me a few times, and it's not the comfort level, or it's not that I don't want to bring people in my that section. It just, I feel better that way.
It works for you.
Yeah, it works for me, and yeah, every human being cries. Life is not easy, man. No matter who you are, every human being cries.
Yeah. What's been the best moment of your career so far, Chhetri bhai? So far, I say.
There are many, man. There are many, but because you have put me on the spot, few of them flashes come. Like one was qualifying for the AFC Cup final, which we went and played against Air Force. Sadly, we lost. The match against Thailand, the team was absolutely on fire. Thapa, Udanta, Ashik, Jhingan, they were on fire. Us qualifying this time in Calcutta convincingly. First game against Pakistan, I'll never forget. And in a more greedy sense, I hope there are many that are left that I can cherish. There are many that are still in my kitty that I can cherish afterwards.
Yeah.
But these few comes in my mind right now.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate to have a lot of memories in football, both for my country and the club, because I've played that many years. And the ones that I talked about are the ones that is coming in my head right now.
In your eyes, what's the best goal that you've scored in your career? Or a couple, if you have them in mind.
See, when you say best goals, two things come in my head. One is the technique and the way I scored it, and one is the importance.
Give me both.
The Kyrgyzstan goal at home, man.
Oh, that was a good one.
And I don't know, a lot of people, if they have not already noticed it, please go and watch it again. JJ's pass, that was the only way he could have passed.
The scoop.
And the scoop is such a difficult skill to execute that I'm not sure many people understand it. To pass the way he did and the ball to land exactly on my run is such a difficult task. Of course, people talk about the way we defended in that game, the way I carried the ball, blah blah blah, the way I finished. But one, please watch that, and please also watch Holy Charan's run. He started after me, and if I would have squared the ball on my left side, he was there. It shows the desire.
Yeah.
I think these two things and the importance of that goal is why I choose that goal. The importance was huge. It was huge. Beating Kyrgyzstan at home was paramount and pivotal for us qualifying. And we knew that, and the way we defended, the goal was the icing on the cake, and that goal. In terms of technique, again, I've been blessed. Goal against Oman at the same pitch was sweet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why it was sweet. We were training before that, and there were two groups who were finishing from right and left. I went on the right side, and you can tally it with the guy I'm going to take the name of. I went on the right side, I put on my left. I started pinning the ball with my left leg, and Vinay told me, "Bhai, आप left से मत मारो, right से भी आओ." I said, "No, today I'm only going from left." And the next day, right from the edge, and just flew on. Technique-wise, that probably is that, and the goal against Zohar is, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one goal. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell myself. It's just that I'm remembering, and he's allowed me to talk. One goal was against Myanmar at Gachibowli Stadium. I had 5 stitches here, and there was a doubt whether I'm going to start the game or not against same final against Myanmar. And we won 1-0. I scored a goal. It was a header. And Bob Houghton, who was again never praised a lot of people, he praised me for at least a month because I went for the header. The keeper came with his fist, and the defender came with his leg. I still went in, and I scored the goal. And he told me that in his long 40-50 years in football, he hasn't seen many courageous goals than that.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget that. Good that I wasn't thinking too much about it, that I have 5 stitches and this and that, but that goal also was a nice goal.
And coming from Bob Houghton himself, because
Yes.
I know how much you rate him and
Yes.
kind of influence he had on your career. Brilliant. Chhetri bhai, let's end by talking a little bit about football. थोड़ा सा बात कर लेते हैं. Asian Cup is coming up next year. It's your 3rd Asian Cup. Groups in the Asian Cup are never easy. So we have Uzbekistan, Syria and Australia this time. What have you learned from the first 2 experiences that you're going to take with you into this one?
Just make sure that you are as prepared as you can be, because even if everything and every person involved gets 200% out of themselves and we reach Asia Cup, still it will be less because of the gap in the quality that we have, and we should have no qualms of accepting that. I've told this to the boys, that even when we all are 200%, each and every one of us, even if we are in the form of our lives, it might still fall short with the kind of teams we are facing. Because in 6 months, suddenly India is not going to be at par with Australia. And in 6 months, Australia and Uzbekistan are not going to come below. So that's the kind of motivation we need, is at least once tournament finishes, we shouldn't have any regrets.
Yeah.
People can think million things and they can have million expectations, which they should. But as players, whoever one has desires to be there and number 2 is going to be there, should not leave anything from now till Jan 2nd week, and should grasp everything, so that when we meet together and with each to the best of their strength collectively, we go and put everything that we have, because they are the nights that you want to be a part of.
Yeah.
Playing in Australia in the Asia Cup is it's probably one of the days that you're going to remember when you're dying. And I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
The night where we beat Thailand is one of the nights where no one will forget.
Yeah.
There aren't many days that you remember when you are at the end of your life. I've met few old people, again coming back to philosophy, and when I ask them this question, they always tell me 10, 20 things that they remember from their lives. People who are 80, 85. And the other nights, I believe and I assume you never forget. So we can make a night that we never forget against Australia, against Uzbek, and against Syria. We have a chance. So we make sure that we get every ounce and everything from now till then. What we think, how we behave, what we eat, how we sleep, everything in accordance to the plan, and then we might have a night to remember.
Yeah. And in terms of what's happening in your personal life, Chhetri bhai, fatherhood around the corner. So I wanted to congratulate you on that. The way you announced the news, I don't think it could have been better for a footballer to do so. How do you see your priorities in life changing now with fatherhood around the corner, and where does football feature in those scheme of things?
I have no idea how to answer that, because I do feel a little bit different, but not much of my life has changed. Sadly, 99.9% of heavy lifting of us being parents is done by Sonam. And one, biologically, because she's the one who has to do the heavy lifting. And number two, she has been absolutely brilliant. Seeing her, the journey of last 6 months has taught me so much. It's unbelievable. And the respect that I have for girls, for women is, how when you're younger and you always have this debate as to what boys do and what girls do, all those stupid for fun game debates that we have, all of us are. And now when I've seen the last 6 months, we aren't even close, man. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how everything that she does, thinks, or whatever, is completely towards the baby. Inside, she has no control on it, biologically, but thought-wise, physically, mentally, everything. And to see her, I'm trying my best to be a good partner, but there isn't much that I can do. Whatever I can do, I'm trying my best, but she's doing all the heavy lifting, and it's amazing to see her like that. And it's not only to her, but to all the girls, all the ladies, all the lovely, amazing girls throughout the world who become parents. And again, it's not Oscar giving speech that I'm giving, but it's kudos and respect to all of them.
Yeah. Has that thought crossed your mind ever? Your child watching you play? Is that something that's there in the back of your mind?
Thankfully, because of the videos, he or she will see it. But yes, I do tell Sonam that if we could have planned it better, and if a lot of things would have gone the right way, probably yes, I would have had a kid before who could have seen me playing. But it's okay, man. Right now, if you ask me and Sonam, we just want the kid healthy.
Yeah.
We just want this pregnancy to go well, and we to be blessed with a baby. Whether she or he sees me while I'm playing or not, or via YouTube, or we don't even think and we don't even care right now.
Yeah.
We just want Sonam to be healthy and the kid to be healthy. And
no, we wish for the same. And lastly, Chhetri bhai, since I did mention how much I prepared for this interview, I want to end it by showing you a little video that I have for you. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to recognize me in this or not, but this is from the 2011 SAF Championship semi-final. Do you remember who you played against?
2011 SAF Championship, where it was? In Maldives?
It was in Delhi.
2011?
2011.
Oh, semi-final wait. Final we played Afghanistan, semi-final we scored 3-1, Maldives 2-1.
Final बताओ मेरे को. 3-1, 2-1.
2-1.
Okay, it was 3-1.
3-1. Wait. Let me think who scored. It was 1-1. Then I scored 2-1. The third goal was scored by. Who scored the third goal?
Scored by you.
I scored 2.
You scored a penalty to take the lead, and then you scored one on the counter.
It's okay then. I can forget my own name. That's fine.
No, you've scored so many in your career, so I won't blame you.
Yeah.
But if you look at this video,
You're there.
you'll find out. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about in the iconic Novi Kapadia's commentary.
Mistake in the Maldives defense.
And you can see a guy over there just going mad, punching the chair over there.
After who scores?
After the first goal.
Okay.
After Nabi scores.
What a header he scored, huh?
It was a little. There you go. That guy just.
That's you.
That's losing my mind over there.
Is that you?
That's me. That's me.
Are you allowed in the stadium anymore? They know that it was you?
They know it was me. They know it was me.
But
But
what a header this guy was, man.
There was just a little toe poke over there.
Yeah, but what a header this guy was,
Yeah,
man. Nabi's headings was...
He had a leap on him. Huh?
Yeah.
He had a massive leap. And little story about this is that after you scored the third one, we of course reached the final. Afghanistan match, you got injured as well. If you remember, you got stretchered off. Yeah. But I will always remember how nice you were to me because I was a budding journalist at that time. Stood outside the press box and wanted to get the jersey signed by you. You were injured and you've told me about how much you don't like being recognized and all those things, but you spend so much time with people signing autographs. Nice enough to sign that jersey, which I still have with me in my collection. And I hope to show it to you one day and maybe get another signature at some point of time.
I would love to.
This is the first time I've broken the professional fan boundary, but if it's the one time I can do it, it's this time. I'll be okay with that. So thank you so much for this interview, Chhetri bhai. Absolute pleasure. And in your personal life, in your career, here's hoping for all the very best. And of course, a great Asian Cup campaign as well. Because that's what we all want. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Chhetri bhai.
You cannot request God to help you in achieving sports results.
I saw you.
God, how old I am. I was first foreign player to become a captain in a Premier League. I'm trying to be kind of a father to them. For 4 years, every interview I received a question, what after Sunil? You get this half an hour, it's not easy to find them. You can put pressure on me, not on them. It was a mystery why I decided to come over here.